Okay. Can everyone hear me okay?
Yes.
Yes, I can.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Then, yeah, my name is Carlos Kuhn. I'm an associate professor at the university, and I'm running the head of the director of the Open Source Institute. But before we go ahead, I would like to acknowledge the non-known people who are the traditional custodians of this land. As this is an online event, I would like to extend that for the traditional custodians of the land where you stay. And you're meeting and paying the respects to the elders of the known nation, both past and present. I extend this respect to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Island people in attendance today. I would like to start to explain what is Open Source Institute. It's come to my aware that it's important to define the object, OpenSI. And then is a non-for-profit institute dedicated to advancing open source technologies and collaborative innovations across research, development, education, and industry engagement. Open source typically refers to software whose source is code, is open. The source code is made available and is open. Like in the screen there, you can see the code behind, correct? Enable and modify and redistribute. Okay? You can then just use the code, but it's nice to help the community. Once you use the open source code and you make a little bit better, it's also good and you do like a pull request to the project owner and help that open source project. Right? That is a good practice, and that's everyone helps each other. That's the way open source works. And open source, you can see, is become like now something is extending beyond just code, right? It's like how I wanted to disclose to build the hardware. You're going to see you have one of the projects inside of the Open Source Institute that is a open hardware. What is our vision in the Institute? We want to promote innovation, build partnership, empowering individuals to shape a sustainable and inclusive digital landscape, enable open source solutions to drive significant changes and foster collaboration, lead as Australian primary non-profit institute supporting open source technologies in research, development, education, and implementation. It's a big vision. To be able to reach a vision, then we do need to establish what we call our mission. And then, of course, we want to advocate for open source. Then we can build community, help the industry and government, and educate regarding open source benefits with emphasis in the open source values. Also, then in cognitive AI, that is like the technology branch you are trying, because you want to make sure AI become transparent and follow the open source values. We want to make sure like everyone has access to the technology you have today. And another disruptive technology is also quantum technologies. And then that's another reason that's the research we are working on to make sure that technologies also become open and available to everyone. We have a team and very glad to have like a core team, people who work very hard to make this happen and continue working. It's myself. Then we have Matthew, Professor Matthew, was director of the Education and Outreach, passionate about open source and very good understanding. I actually more the nerd tech. He is the one who understands about open source. Then you have Dr. Rosetta, who is helping us with our LinkedIn page. We have Arjun, who is our partnership guy. he's knocking on the door of like the companies to try to explain who you are, how we can benefit each other. We have Luz, who is helping set up those webinars and another hackathons, how to collaborate and engage in the community. He helped us set up this, did all the media for that presentation. Thank you so much, Luz. And we have Dr. Arslan, our postdoc, who is working on our open source project that can be offered as a SaaS. We're going to see a little bit about that. Of course, we also have like our HDR students, and very great, but they are keeping open source research going on, most in AI in quantum, but you are following the open science project. And you have our research collaborators, but you are all welcome to contribute and help with us, and then you can get a picture here. Nice. Cool. What are the challenges we are trying to solve? Okay. There is a lot of misconception around open source. One, like industry think you cannot be profitable with open source, for example. People don't understand the difference between license, contract, and when you can use, which kind of different license is giving the open source. Then that's one of the challenges we're going to try to educate. We are working in a series of webinars around that area, where you're going to have like speakers for around the world. Then we also note there is a very lack of transparency in AI systems. And most AI solutions you are seeing today driven by LLMs, like AI becomes synonym of like generative AI nowadays, correct? And there is a lot of hype and marketing. For example, they already use the strategy of like that model is too dangerous to release for 3 times, and then now the model is released again. Fibo is open from Anthropic, correct? And let's build local open source AI models that you know where your data, which data is used to be trained, how to regulate, how to work. Then the next one is like access to knowledge. We here trying to follow what is known as the open science philosophy, open access, journal publication, and so on. Right? How can then the Institute benefit the University of Canberra? Why University of Canberra thought that is a good idea? University of Canberra is focusing education. And the Institute can offer a lot of hands-on opportunity, experience to our students to become more well prepared to actually work in the industry of the software development, because that's where most we engage. Then the Institute has like internship program, HDR stipend, and capstone projects, right? Where the students put a lot of thought. We're going to see now few of projects we are having with the students. Like that are the ongoing projects where you are having the most focus at the moment. The first one is Cosmic. We are going to go more in detail, but that's our agentic AI system where we have the most of the internships on. Then we have our research in quantum algorithms that are going to help to computers to make better classifications. Then it's like a computer vision issue, but then you have like a layer who process and try to extract some extra information using quantum features. And you have our Python software developer autonomous, why is PyCapsule, is a module that can work standalone or can be incorporated inside of Cosmic. That's part of our HDR program. Then you have SmartGate. We have a collaboration with Higgs, the new center led by Professor Elisa at the university on that project he knows, and the collaboration also with Denmark University. And we have like a social project called OpenSI Gauge. We are going to see what that project means. First, I would like to demonstrate how beneficial the project is. SmartGate is one of those projects I mentioned. It's not just open source, it's open hardware as well. As we are disclosing how we can build your gate, your hardware. The idea of that is when you are trying to protect your animals in a sanctuary, like our endangered species, you are also breaking the outside. But I won't show a video the students have done. It's only a little bit less than 3 minutes. What explain much better than me, and the narrator has a much better voice and a very clear English. That's very cool. I just want to point out that actually was the ACT Awards on Innovation from the Student Education Solution in 2025. I just got the wrong label there. Okay, let's see if this is gonna work. Please tell me if the sound goes.
There's no sound, Carlos.
No sound. Okay. And see if I can. I think there is a way to share that you have to include sound. Yeah, go. No. Oh man, that was include sound. Yeah. We got sound now?
Yep, all good.
Australia loses an estimated 2.6 billion native animals every year to invasive predators. Conventional fences keep invaders out, but they also cut off migratory species, creating new problems. That's where SmartGate comes in.
I cherish life on the farmland, surrounded by nature's beauty. But I have witnessed firsthand how invasive species can devastate our native wildlife. We needed a smart way to protect endangered animals, not with barriers that shut everything out, but with intelligence that can tell the difference and act accordingly.
SmartGate was born with a bold idea: turn fences into filters. Instead of blocking everything, SmartGate uses artificial intelligence to recognise animals, opening only for those we want to protect. Predators stay out. Native species move freely. At first it was just a concept, a Raspberry Pi, a camera, a motorised gate. It proved the idea could work, but it needed a lot of work before it could be deployed. The second prototype switched to a more powerful Jetson Nano platform with GPU support. It could run marsupial AI database in real time. But integrating hardware brought challenges: faulty motor boards, camera incompatibility and power issues. But each semester, new teams of students took the challenge further. Using fast API and Docker simulations, they enabled two-way communications. The web app can now command the gate, and the gate can report back in real time.
I handled the integration and code improvements to ensure the gate could transmit dual directional camera input. Additionally, I led the implementation of the logging feature.
As a team, we worked on redesigning the hardware housing to better accommodate the hardware components, develop multi-camera integration within the gate, and improve the overall functionality and reliability of the gate.
Team 9 made SmartGate tougher and smarter, with multi-camera vision and a housing that can survive in the field.
Such enhancements are required for the gate to work in a sanctuary or national park.
SmartGate is still evolving, but every semester, every team takes it closer to reality. A future where Australia's unique wildlife is protected by innovation.
Okay, yep, that was SmartGate. Now we're gonna move to the next project. What is Cosmic? Cosmic is the cognitive system for machine intelligence. Got that name because you want actually be bigger, become a cosmic, right? And it's driving because most of people want to be able to use AI, but there is a complex stuff like how can you trust in AI? And as well, those AI environments, the big solutions there, they are using so much water, but now there is a new solution seems to using less water. Consumption, too much token can become very uncontrollable and expensive. Then we thought we could kind of become like a genius and grant the wish of those people who want to use AI and there is those is afraid. And then we built Cosmic. Right. Cosmic then is like a local, there is no need for cloud, where you can use open source models to run, but you have to build things around those open source models to ensure quality. It's similar to what you can think with like a cloud code when they leak their code. You can see it's so good. It's not just because of the LLM, but because all the structure they build around. And we did actually before the code was released in 2024. We started build what we call the PyCaption you mentioned before. In that picture here, you can see like when you ask for like a Python code that generate you for the code, and that code being generated is like a safe code and also test for the logic of the code actually run. And the way we build that, that's the build for open source. Here is the demonstration is like the user interacting with Cosmic and PyCapture. He has a question, and Cosmic, you're gonna very smart determine if the question is about coding and it's Python, and then you're gonna generate for the module PyCaption. And inside of that module, then what we have is like two agents. One agent using a LLM as a brain, what you're gonna be generate the code, but the query to get to the LLM is being handled to ensure the output of the LLM can be parsed correctly to be tested in a, we create like a Docker container is an enclosure environment for safety. We don't want to generate code by LLM without having ensured this is safe to run. And then if the code runs in the first try, what's almost never, let's go back to the user. Otherwise, you handle the error messages, then you do some checking for debugging process. We are implemented debugger inside, and then that's give another try, send back to the LLM, and the LLM then can try to generate. I'm saying LLM, but actually you are using SLMs, small language models. And for example, we reach like same results in data sets of Python that the GPT-5 can reach, right? Just with a 7 billion parameter model. Then you save a lot of water and consumption and money as well, because you have less inference call. Another way, as we care a lot about the community and the impact of Open Source Institute trying gave to the community back, we have that collaboration with Professor Hamed at the UC as well, where we are trying to come up with a model to measure the impact of those new technologies can drive to the society, to the humanity, before they actually become implemented. It's a very optimist project, but I think it would be very interesting if, like, for example, you could rely in some kind of equational simulation to see what's going to happen actually if we release Feeble or the most powerful anthropic model, right? This you're going to be good or bad for society, how we can ensure those kind of things. That's a project interesting, and then we are looking with like a collaboration with industries to be able to run some kind of workshops and see how we can come up with this model. But as we are an institute, your organization, we do need to survive, then we drive to good, but we do need to have some way to bring money to make us to continue going, correct? And that's why we have our business model where, like university, your industry-led R&D collaborations, we are trying to get in the industry, develop minimum viable product for them. Like, do you want to use AI? Then I can help you choose AI. You want to choose quantum machine learning? We can help you to implement solutions using our research. This normal business for a university. Then we do have our schema of sponsorship to the industry to be able to sponsor us. And we also have like a donation open for donations as any non-for-profit organization. And with Cosmic, for example, we want to offer this as a service, as a software as a service, where we can provide the software. We can help maintain the software if the industry wants to use that software, want to implement a local solution to have like a chatbot or different pipeline of things using Cosmic. We can provide that assistance, but it's an open source. Is there, if you want to get the technology, you can do by yourself. Can just provide the infrastructure, but if you need some help, the institute is more than happy to go there and help you. As I mentioned, the sponsorship, we have like 3 layers of sponsorship. The first, the one you want just to be sponsored, get some marketing. You're gonna get your logo on the slides somewhere in the page. Then you have the innovation, when you can actually get the students solving problems that their interest, and the partner, where you can actually help also make decisions in directions where OpenSI can go. We do have our roadmap. Right? Now you are in 2027, where we are then establishing the research excellence. That's where we focus. The OpenSI is alive for about like 2 years, where we focus first in building those foundations to be able to have like those researchers working in different projects. From now, we want to grow to become the national recognition. One of our collaborators in that picture image is not just UC anymore. We already has collaborating in other universities, but we want them to expand much more and build a strong partnership with the government to see if you can drive our sovereignty AI solution inside of Australia. And then go beyond, you want to be international recognized. And can be a challenge, but I believe we can reach there with the help of the community. I would like to thank you, then our partners. We do have like the OpenSI was initially founded by a partnership between University of Canberra, NetApp, and the HT government. And now we are here, thank you to them. I very open to you guys reach out. We have a active LinkedIn account where we are trying to show the things we are working on, YouTube channel, and our GitHub with few projects. You are more than welcome to reach out to collaborate and help us to continue building that community. We do already have like 2 industry partners or industry collaborators where you are developing project with. And now is the time I can give you if you have any question you'd like to ask about us. Thank you. Yes, Luis? Can unmute and ask your question, please? Was just wrong thing. I'm going to stop recording. Then if you want to ask questions, then you're not going to be in the recording.